Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got another instalment of Macro Monday. We've got a product from Castlemaine Perkins up in Brisbane. Good old Forex. So most people know Forex Gold in Australia, but every now and then they have these variant beers. Forex Summer is sort of like a light, bright lager, I think they refer to it as. And yeah, I think there's a few different variations of the summer. This is the lime one. So it's sort of brewed like a Radler, I think. So something to crush over summer. Pretty light. I'm pretty sure it's about 4%. Yeah, 4 on the nose. So one standard drink. Cheers, Hamish. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, so I think there's been like a summer mango, a summer lemon, and a summer lime, something like that. They've just got a standard summer as well. Yeah, so let's get into it. Had it before, as I said, but yeah, just not on the channel. I picked it up. We've got a new bottle shop in town. It's called it's a franchise. They're called Harry Brown. I don't know if they're Australia wide or just Victoria, but yeah, they've got the same stuff as everyone else, though, unfortunately. But yeah, this is where I got this from because I wanted a wild turkey rye whiskey, and they just happened to have that there, and I've been chasing that for ages. Good thing about this new bottle, though, is it's open later than everywhere else in town, and being a shift worker, that's handy for me. Cheers, Craig. Good to see you, mate. Short and stout bottle, oh, that'd be good. See, that those one drop beers are getting released this week, Craig. The raspberry one we were talking about, and I don't know if you've seen, but last year they brewed this West Coast IPA, and something happened with the tank, and it went everywhere, and they lost most of the beer. So they've rebrewed that. So I sort of want to try that just to see what we missed out on last time. I remember it going global, the footage of the guy just trying to shut the tank where it's spurting out everywhere. So I've got it in a pretty fancy glass considering it's a very basic beer. I would say medium straw in colour. Carbonation's actually pretty active. And yeah, clarity, like very clean and clear. You can see through it. It's got not too bad of a head on it as well. Probably 3-finger foamy white. Body, definitely light body. Cheers, Smoky. So yeah, let's go a whiff. Very limey. Good to see people in straight away tonight too. Sometimes it takes a while for people to sort of come in. Sort of a good time to do it for us Aussies. So I'm getting some lemon as well, but I'd say that's from whatever hop they're using. It's got a bready, grainy base. And yeah, it's like slightly grassy as well. Sort of gives off like Thai character because of the lemon, the lime, and the grassiness. Just reminds me of like a Thai salad. Probably the grainy feature as well. But yeah, it's not too bad. Good aroma for a macro. Queenslander up the Broncos. Rugby's long gone, brother. We're into cricket now. Yeah. Vanilla cola sour. It's probably never going to be anything decent, even if it was from a brewery that's good with sours. Cheers, Trav. Yeah. Unfortunately for me, though, like I was working when most of the game was on, and then when I wasn't working, it was like I was all ready to sit down and watch it, and then it was over. Like I'm back on mornings this week, and it would have been perfect because I'd come home from work at 1 or 2 o'clock, and because it was over in Perth, it wasn't starting until that time. So it was like come home from work. I've worked a full shift, and the game hasn't even started yet. It would have been ideal. Yep, cool. I got my Carwin box, my Carwin can vent box today. I picked up from the post office. So December 1st through till Christmas Day, I'll be drinking a different Advent beer every day. And I've also got the Mountain Culture one as well, which I think that starts sort of halfway through the month. But yeah, it's always cool doing those on the channel because yeah, you don't know what you're going to get. So each day you just open them up and then review them. And you sort of got to. That's the shit thing about being a shift worker is I have to do them at different times. Anyway, let's have a sip of this bad boy. Cheers, guys, and yeah, hit the old like button if you can. Very easy drinking. It's one of those beers like when I was like, yeah, say 18 years old and going to games of cricket and footy and all that. Like this would have been the sort of beer I'd be screaming for. Just like real crushable. It's got that nice sort of lime tang to it. Yeah, it's like not too bitter. I mean, these are all characters that these days I sort of hate. But when you're a kid and you're just getting into beer, you just sort of want to drink something that's easy to drink. Yeah, it's hard. I feel like when it comes to like us Aussies, when I do them at this time, it's perfect for like you guys. But yeah, quite often I'll be like every second week I work afternoons and I don't get home till like 10 or 11 at night. So I can't do it at this time every week. Otherwise, I would. But yeah, the reason I do them a bit earlier when I'm on mornings is because I have to get up at like fucking 3:30, 4 a.m. So I don't really want to be drinking at like 10 o'clock at night. And yeah, I could do them straight after work, but then it's like there'd be no Aussies watching because most of us would be at work or yeah, like it's during the day. It's really sucks the old time difference. because I've obviously got like people that watch in the UK and Europe, and then like a heap of American mates, and then like Aussie community. So you're just trying to sort of please everyone if you can. It's not ideal because my channel's live too, so it sort of makes it hard. But yeah, I put in a big order for a couple of my favourite Sydney breweries beers. So Future's due to release 4 more, so I'll buy them direct through the brewery. But I got Kix's last 4, I got Brackets last 4, and then I got 4 more one drops. I was desperate to get that liquid chocolate. I didn't want to miss out on it. And then Craig said how good it was, and someone else told me it was real good too. And then I was like, I don't want to miss out because I didn't get it last time. Yeah, normally over Christmas I work. I normally only get like 2-3 days off. But this year we're actually going to be off for about nearly 2 weeks. So I don't really know what I'm going to do because I'm sort of got like family issues and stuff. So I don't really have people to spend Christmas with. I've been looking at maybe going away, but it's just everything's like jacked up like 3 times the price it normally is. And then I've got my dogs as well, so I don't really want to leave them behind for too long. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of I'm a little bit annoyed about having to take 2 weeks off. I'd rather just have a couple of days. I mean, it's great for most people because they can relax and enjoy their Christmas and do what they want to do. But for someone that doesn't celebrate Christmas and can't sort of get away, it's sort of shit because I'm wasting holidays at a time where I don't want to waste them. I'd rather use holidays when I want to use them and go away, like go away when it's not holidays and everything's normal price. And because I'd love to, as I've said before, I want to go to Adelaide again. I haven't been to Adelaide as an adult, so I want to go over there and do their like beer and wine and food scene. And I also want to go to Vietnam, and I also want to go to New Zealand. So, but yeah, just all 3 of those options. It's just over Christmas time, it's way too expensive. Well, Vietnam's not really expensive, but then if I go there, I have to put the dogs in a kennel and shit. And yeah, I'm no chance of that. The kennels are all fully booked already. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah, last time I went to Brisbane, I stayed in the valley, and I went to a beer festival there, and then I did a heap of the breweries. I haven't actually like been clubbing there or anything like that, but yeah, it's definitely an eye opener. Very rowdy. Yeah, mate. It was in that order that I showed you. From one drop, I got the double take pineapple, the liquid chocolate, and then 2 other random sours. And then when these new ones go on sale, I want to get the double take raspberry one that you showed me. And yeah, that West Coast that spilled everywhere. Yeah, so that's when I want to go. Some a time like that when people will just be doing their normal routine. Yeah, cool. You haven't seen that short jaw, have you? Remember how I was telling you about how a guy that used to have a podcast here in Australia was originally from New Zealand, and he moved back home and started a brewery called Shortjaw. I just want to know what their beers are like. Cheers, Dan. Good to see you, mate. It's been some crazy results in the NFL, Dan. My Vikings aren't doing very well at all. It's weird to think that the Bears are top of NFC North and the Vikings are last. Yeah, this beer certainly isn't going to last long. So yeah, it's I'm doing two beers tonight. One of them's a 4% macro beer, and then the next one is a 10.3 double dry hopped triple IPA by Range and Mountain Culture called Double Dry Hopped Triple Hyper. Yeah, they are expensive, and they're probably going to be more expensive for you guys with a bit of distribution cost. They are, as far as Australian craft goes, though, they're definitely one of the pricier ones. I feel like the dearest in Australia, as far as craft beer goes, would be Goodland's definitely up there. Mountain Culture. Um, yeah, One Drop. Probably even like probably Brackets up there as well. But they're all sort of good quality, so it's like, yeah. Sometimes it's just you get what you pay for, sort of thing. Yeah, it's like you need to try their fruit sours, at least one of them, just to experience it because they're fucking phenomenal. But yeah, I'd say give a fruit sour a go, give like a hazy IPA a go, and then maybe a stout. Yeah, I was playing it the other night on Twitch, dude. All four singles have been fucking what fantastic. It's going to be an epic album. They're definitely a band. Them and Sleep Token when they come to Australia. I want to go see them. Oh yeah, okay. There you go. I wouldn't have thought Short Jaw were pricey. I would have thought, if anything, they were sort of basic. There's a New Zealand brewery I like called Small Gods. They're pretty expensive. Cheers, Fletcher. Yeah. It's good that you're liking stouts, Craig. Have you always been a fan or have you just got into them? Stouts are where it's at. Like for me, yeah, if I'm going to a brewery and they've got a barrel aged stout, that's like the bee's knees for me. That's like the ultimate beer that I want. I mean, it's hard not to like this beer because I'm a massive fan of lime. So yeah, it's like I just think it for the quality of the beers, just it's very easy to drink, but just with the addition of the lime, it's just very like very refreshing, and it would be. I reckon it would be a perfect beer if it just had a little, well, not a perfect beer, but it would be a great beer if it had like a little chili hit to it. There's something really cool about a lager that has lime and chili. Obviously, it's very Mexican inspired. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this liquid chocolate. See, I've got another stout of theirs in the fridge, but I'm reviewing it with an English mate, so it's been sitting there for ages. One of the He got one for himself and one for one of his mates, and the mate's real unreliable. So every time he tries to organise a review, the mate just has some shit excuse. So it's like the beer's just been sitting there for ages. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this next beer coming up. It'd be good if someone out there's got the Carwin box like I do and can drink them when I do. That'd be cool. So yeah, as I said with this, like the base is like yeah, bready, grainy, but like yeah, fairly light. And then you've got like massive lime addition just from the lime itself. And then yeah, from the hops you sort of get a touch of like lemon, like some grassy notes, even like a little peppery note. Yeah, and then it sort of starts off sweet or tart, and then it's fairly dry in the finish, like crisp. And it's got a little touch of bitterness there. But yeah, I'd easily drink this over like Great Northern and some of those other macros out there on the market that people rave about. I don't know. For me, Great Northern's boring as fuck. It's just like tastes like watered for me. I actually had steak, bro. I Yeah, I've been sitting on a heap of steaks in the fridge for a while and still got three left in there. I had two. What did I have? Two porterhouse, two Scotch fillet, and two rump. I had rump tonight. Just changed it up. I know rump's not generally as good quality as the others, but yeah, sometimes the flavour's really good. Yeah, I might wrap this one up and start the new one. Pretty keen for this next beer. So I reckon a score for this, I'd probably being a macro beer that I like and drinks pretty easily. I'd say I reckon about a 3.6. Normally with macros, If they're fairly basic, I'll score them around the 3 mark. If there's something I like, it'll be like 3.5 to sort of 3.75. So yeah, I like it, just not as much as maybe, yeah, like VB, Carlton Draft, Melbourne Bitter, those sort of macros, they're my favourites. So they're sort of around that 3.75 mark, somewhere like that. And then this is just below that. So something I'd definitely drink again. I start at 5 tomorrow. I started at about 3:45 this morning. It's fucking tired. Cheers, dude. Yep. Cheers, Phil. So yeah, just wrapping this one up, boys. I'm about to do a Range Mountain Culture triple IPA, so I'll start that up straight away. So hit the old like if you haven't already, and we'll catch us on the next one shortly. Cheers.